Welcome to Viral Gardening, and this is yellow Sicilian in front of us, but I'm looking today for Hassan 7. Hassan 7 is one of our seedlings. In fact, it was our 7th seedling, and it seems to produce pretty good fruit, so wanted to show it off. It is a small green fig. I'd say it has an extended season. Do you see any others on here?
I see a purple one over here, right here.
No, those are grafts. Let's see, just pulling through. Let's see. Right here. So this is Hassan 7, so named because it is our 7th seedling. And this produces small to medium-sized green fruit with a tight eye and the ability to dry on the tree.
Ooh.
So this one's a little bit more fresh, this one is intermediate, and this one is already starting to dry.
What do you mean by dry on the tree?
It can...
They can handle it?
Yeah, so some I think it's got to have a high enough sugar content that as it starts to dehydrate, it doesn't spoil.
Okay.
Kind of like how honey's made when bees get the nectar, they kind of pool it together and then they flap their wings and try and evaporate out the water. So it's honey when it's, I think, 20% sugar content, something like that. I'm trying to remember, but it loses enough water you can turn it upside down even without it being kept, and the honey doesn't leave the cell. Anyway, so honey doesn't go bad because it doesn't have enough moisture. So some figs can dehydrate, some others will spoil on the tree. So the ones that can dehydrate, I believe, are the ones that have a high enough sugar content that they don't spoil.
Wonderful.
As they dehydrate. So they can hang on the tree and they don't split, they don't get fungus, they're not prone to disease.
They just become raisins.
Yes.
Nice.
So let's start with the fresh one. Minimal cracking, tight eye, green color, and really nice, really pretty looking geometric ostiole.
No, you're right. It's like a flower.
Yeah. Oh. Let me just rinse this off.
It's okay.
Now it's all cleaned, rinsed. We'll get to cut into it. Ruby red interior. It's got some pools of honey. Small cavity.
Thank you.
That's not seed crunch. I think that's a little piece of dirt.
Mine too.
But this is a pleasant fig, syrupy, sweet, syrupy, berry flavored. None of them are necessarily 10 out of 10. It's not the most syrupy fig. It's not the sweetest fig. It's not the strongest berry. But it's pretty strong in all those categories. So I like it. I liked it enough that we didn't graft over all the branches and let it fruit to try the fruit.
Ooh.
This is one that's, I thought was in the process of ripening and drying, but maybe it just got sunburnt and is kind of in between. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't as ripe as the other one, but it looks like it started to dry a little bit. So maybe it was going to be aborted because of sunburn. It's had some acidity that I attribute to not being fully ripe, but still very pleasant, and it complemented those berry flavors quite well. And this is the dried one. So you dry it on the tree. Not expecting any disease on the inside. If you open it, it's all brown, then it's gone bad. But this one Just looking at it, I can tell that the skin is going to be a little bit harder and thickened. I'm going to give you a little chewy texture. The inside is going to be thick and gooey. Isn't that good?
That's a gusher.
Yeah, it tastes like a gusher, doesn't it?
That's delicious. Wow.
Yeah.
I would leave this one on the tree. I wouldn't pick any of these.
Yeah. They taste fantastic when they're dry. The birds get to them, but they leave about half of them dry for us.
But I think it's like a misnomer to call it dry because it bursts with flavor. Like it bursts and it's not necessarily dry, but it's more chewy on the outside. Oh, that was good. That's like candy.
Yeah. It tastes very good.
Very good.
Good enough that we let it fruit. So
All right.
we sent some to some friends on the East Coast. We'll see how it does on the East Coast, but I suspect this one doesn't need the wasp, mainly because we sprayed heavily last year with pesticide to kill any fig fly, and it should have killed all the wasp as well. We had a lot of unpollinated figs last year, and this one still ripened figs. So that's that for fall gardening. Stay tuned for more.
Thank you.